Hey guys, Tactical Minds here. Friday morning, for me anyway. And so usually don't dive into a whole lot of politics here. And I definitely don't usually do movie reviews, although I should with how much I like going to the movies. One of my more enjoyable things to do. But today I want to talk about the movie Top Gun Maverick. Went and saw it a couple weeks ago. Been waiting for this for a very long time. Before I even knew it was coming out. But, I went and saw it and I really enjoyed it. I even actually posted something on Facebook about it. And which, by the way, again, follow us over at our Facebook channel, Tactical Minds, give you guys updates on new videos and stuff like that. And then you can actually DM me over there personally. And I promise I will get to your DMs as quick as I can. I haven't received any yet, but feel free, like always, to go ahead and message me there. But anyway, I enjoyed the movie very much. And like I said, it was unexpected. I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. And I didn't know why I enjoyed it as much as I did until the media turned around and told me why I enjoyed it as much as I did. So today we're going to talk about why they don't want you to see Top Gun Maverick. But as usual, before we get into any of it, like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, all that good stuff. So YouTube will show it more, please. They probably won't show this with the title of it, but like it anyway. Comment in the comment section. Let me know, did you enjoy the movie? Are you planning on seeing the movie? What movies do you enjoy? And yeah, subscribe, hit, share, send to your friends, tell everybody about the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Again, I don't make any money off this, guys. It's just kind of a side hobby right now. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So like I said, went and saw that Top Gun movie a couple weekends ago now. And extra large coffee because America. That may offend some people, but I really don't give a shit. Any event. So went and enjoyed the movie. And, I was a huge fan of the original movie in the 80s. Grew up with it. That was probably one of the movies that, like a lot of people, was iconic and kind of pushed me towards the Navy. Disclaimer, I didn't become a fighter pilot, but, great movie and was amazing. And a lot of, today now, a lot of these, movie companies are wanting to redo movies that they did that were so successful back then, and they're wanting to redo them and kind of make them for the new generation, right? And some of them suck. Some of them are movies that I truly loved, iconic movies, and they just honestly suck. But this was one that, again, I had high hopes for, and I hate having high hopes going into a movie because I feel like they're going to let me down, and they didn't. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. And then all of a sudden I start seeing, originally I started seeing how well the movie's doing. And I figured that makes sense. Great movie. Really enjoyed it. Probably should be doing pretty well. Excuse me there. And then I started hearing, all these media people and, news companies popping up, and they're slamming the movie. And I kind of figured why, but I had to read some of the articles to understand why. And, here's the thing. So Top Gun is not woke, right? I actually made a joke on Facebook about how they showed a recruitment video for the Air Force at the beginning of the movie. And I thought that was kind of funny. They showed a recruitment video for Air Force and all these high flying jets, even though it's actually a Navy movie. But I made a joke that I guess the Navy wasn't woke enough. But I'm sure some of my other friends who are, prior military that aren't Navy will make the joke back at the Navy as well. But anyway, there is a shirtless male scene in there. I'm sure everyone's going to make jokes about it being a Navy movie. But anyway, nonetheless, I digress. So the movie didn't have any woke narratives in it. And, that was actually probably one of the things I enjoyed the most about it. And I didn't even think about it until the movie was over. And that's because the movie didn't. It didn't interject any political opinions, any woke narratives. It didn't throw in certain people just because they had to have this, diversity in this category, or throw in, certain people here because they had to have this religious ideology or this or this. Tom Cruise himself, who is, Scientologist member, which again, I happen to be Catholic myself, but I could care what religion you believe in. It's not, I could care less. You could believe in some, you could believe in none. You can believe in aliens being thrown in a volcano. You can believe in the fucking tooth fairy. I really don't care what you believe in, quite honestly. But, Tom Cruise being that, and that being a huge part of his life, there was nothing that was interjected into the movie about Scientology or anything. It was just a movie about a bunch of, guys and girls, a bunch of fighter pilots in the Navy that were training for this mission to overcome their adversary. And, they were basically training their aerial combat skills to be superior to the, adversary that they were trying to take down. I believe it was a nuclear plant or something that they were trying to destroy. But, that's what the movie about. The movie was about these pilots, right? And about that, they were training for this seemingly impossible mission, right? And if you train hard and you fight hard and you try hard, you can overcome and achieve and all the things that America's always been about, the things we used to celebrate that we now demonize and hate, right? And that's what the movie was about. And that's what honestly made the first one so enjoyable back in the 80s. And now this one, people liked it again because, the media would much rather, and of course they're going to flip out about that. They don't want the movie to make as much money as it is. The media would much rather you go watch the new Buzz Lightyear movie, right? Now, I watched Toy Story a while ago too. My kids were little ones. I watched Toy Story with them. I thought it was a kind of entertaining movie for, a kid's movie, but Disney now has to inject all their narratives about their political opinions and stuff like that. So now Buzz Lightyear has to have a same-sex kissing scene in it, right? And which got banned in 14 other countries that don't want to see that shit. But they would much rather you see that because that pushes their political narrative, whether it be LGBTQ, which call me what you want. I don't hate on them. Quite the opposite, but that's, I know that's what's going to be said. I mean, if you say something about this, you're a transphobe, you're homophobe, you're racist, you're white supremacist, you're all this crazy stuff, right? But anyway, they would much rather see that where you see that movie, that Buzz Lightyear movie, where they interject what they want you to believe. They put their opinion in it, so you have to be forced to believe it. And that's something that I personally can't stand in movies. There was a movie, Free Guy, that came out a couple of years ago that I remember watching. And I like Ryan Reynolds' movies. I think he's funny, right? And the movie was a video game movie, which I like video games. I thought it was kind of cool, which, by the way, maybe one day I'll give you guys my handle. And if I'm ever on Call of Duty or Insurgency or something, get up and play. But nonetheless, I like video game movies. And I thought, oh, kind of cool, a movie about video games. And it was. Right. But then, of course, at the end, they had to say something about white privilege and gun violence and all this other stuff. Right. And they have to interject their political opinion into it. And I don't know about you guys, but that's not why I go to the movies. OK, I grew up as a kid, in New York, in the Bronx, going to movies with my parents whenever I could, watching sports, watching the Yankees play when I was a little kid, watching the New York Giants play. Right. I grew up watching that stuff because it was entertaining. I didn't think about what was going on down the street with the guys selling drugs and stuff like that. I was entertained, and that's what I wanted to be. And that's why for the longest time in my life, I enjoyed watching things like the New York Giants and the New York Yankees and, watching other movies and stuff like that. I still remember one of the first movies I saw was Willow. But anyway, that's why I enjoyed watching those things, because they entertained me, right? I didn't go to a movie as a kid or go watch a sporting event as a kid and say, oh, I can't wait to hear what the next presidential, candidate his policies are on. I didn't give a shit, okay? And when I go to watch sports, which I don't anymore because, again, a lot of them are so all about this wokeness. That's all they've got to be around, hating American wokeness and stuff. So I don't watch them anymore. And, I still have hope when it comes to movies. And again, the Top Gun movie definitely, made that good for me. But, it's all this stuff about, interjecting these narratives. And that's not why I go to the movies. And again, you guys let me know in the comments what you think, if that's something that you love. And I'm way off base here, but that's not why I go to movies. That's not why I watch sports. I go to movies and I watch sports because I, quite frankly, want you to shut the fuck up, okay, and entertain me. That's what you make millions of dollars for, okay? I don't get paid millions of dollars to put on a bulletproof vest. You get paid millions of dollars to entertain me. That's all I want to do. Want to go there, forget about what's going on around the world. I don't want to think about what's going on down the street. I don't want to think about political narratives or sexual driven narratives or any of that crap. I don't want to think about it. I want to go there and just enjoy, let myself go. That used to be why we went to the movies as a kids, right? You go buy popcorn and candy and a soda and you watch something and you forget about what's going on out there because that was the whole point, for you to be entertained. I know it's mind-blowing stuff, right? How could you be entertained and not have your political narrative interjected? Well, that's what we were going to the movies for, you know? And then there's this thing, right, of course, which now the family, I believe, of the original 1986 article about one of the pilots or something, they originally had a thing with the original Top Gun movie that Top Gun paid for the rights to. And they said the rights expired in 2020, and now they're suing them for that, right? And of course, because, you know, Top Gun's making billions of dollars, somebody wants their freaking handout, as everybody does today. And I don't think that the timing is all suspicious with that, with the fact that they are demonizing this movie because it's pro-America. And right now there's just this drive to hate America, right? So I'm sure they all hate the fucking background I got. But anyway, you know, again, guys, they don't want you to see it. They don't want you to like it because it is pro-America, doesn't interject a woke narrative. I'm going to tell you straight up, like I said, I don't do movie reviews. I probably should more often, but I'm going to tell you straight up, go see the movie. I definitely think you should see it on the big screen. I mean, I'm going to buy it when it comes out, but I'm going to tell you right now, even on my big screen TV, it's not going to do it the justice that it did in the movie theater. I mean, it was awesome, you know, seeing those aerial combat scenes. I mean, the stuff that they did for the planes in this movie was just fucking phenomenal. It was really, really cool. And depending on what you're into, there is a shirtless, you know, bunch of dudes at the beach scene. Anyway, joking. But it was a really good movie. And again, they don't want you to see it for that reason. They want to drive their political narrative. And this was the first movie I've seen in a long time that wasn't politically driven. They didn't even talk about the dangerous flu, you know, the word I'm not going to mention because I fucking hate that word too. But they didn't talk about any of that stuff. You know, since we've come back from that, all they've wanted to do is push a certain ideology of all this political correctness, and Top Gun Maverick didn't go for it. They didn't put that in the movie. And you know what? Fucking kudos to them, man. I thought it was awesome they didn't go for it. I loved it. And apparently a lot of other people like it because they're watching it and all saying the same thing as well. So to those people that hate it because it's not woke enough, quite frankly, this is what you get, and go fuck yourself. But at any event, that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great Friday, and see you soon. As always, stay safe, stay tactical, stay dangerous. I guess stay up on your aerial combat skills, right? All right, guys, have a good one.